Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book. And
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a visual.
He's proud of it. Hello and good morning. And we've got Marty in Aruba. Hello, Marty. Is that working for you or should we jump over to your phone? Is that working for you or should we jump over to your phone?
I'm okay. Well, we can do phone. That's
all right.
Fine.
I know. We're just going to do phone for now. And if we want to bop over, then we will. I do have an echo from your computer, though, so mute your computer.
Let me drop 1 second. This is like AM radio years ago when I was doing this stuff.
What are we going to do? Where are we going? Which one are we using? All right. I think that this will work.
How's this?
Much better.
Okay.
It made me really happy that you had to relocate to greener pastures because of the weather and raining on you. Because I was like, oh, Marty's going to taunt us from Aruba. And I was like, Marty's in a rainstorm.
Let me have it. It's okay. It's all.
I'm done now. I'm done now.
But anyway, welcome. Should I mention the weather forecast here or should I not?
You go right ahead, Marty.
It's only 84 degrees.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. Humidity
is a frigid morning.
Yeah.
Here it's like 20.
Well, if it's 20 here, we'd have a real global warming problem. So we won't talk about that. So
I love the birds.
There are birds. There's bartenders around me. There's all people setting up for today. So they're getting into their very busy season in the next week or two until mid-March. So about 100,000 people converge here on this small little island, 9 kilometers by 3 kilometers. So it's quite a place.
Why do so many people go there?
It's consistently good weather. I'd say 98% of the time it's sunny and 83 degrees. If it does rain, it's short term. I'm taking you off the internet here from my laptop. I lost the signal, so we'll just stay on my phone.
Yeah.
This is better. It's consistent weather every day. If there is a storm, it's maybe for 20 minutes, maybe a day, if that. In the rainy season, I believe it's 10 inches of rain a year, 20 inches of rain a year, something like that. I think we had 2 inches this morning in 5 minutes, but
of course, when you're setting up to broadcast.
Yes, exactly. I had to relocate twice.
Thank you for braving the storms. I know you're working so hard.
It's really bad.
All right, so Matt Pitta wants to know how many fruity drinks has Marty had already this morning?
No fruity drinks. Does orange juice count without anything else?
Today is National Bartender Day, and you were telling me some interesting fact about Aruba.
So today's election day, and you cannot buy alcohol if you're not a resident of the resort here. It was dry day. So we went to a casino last night. Unless you're a guest of that hotel or casino, there's no alcohol served to you.
Unbelievable.
So
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Imagine the United States that we had no alcohol served on election day or pre-election day or after election day.
No, I don't. None of those things. Good morning, Miss Gloria. Hey, Ashley, Danielle, thanks for joining us. We've got people from all over the globe joining us. And here's Marty enjoying his life over here in Aruba. You can hear the birds chirping in the background. And
I'm working remotely, Stephanie.
I know. Always working, Marty. So if you've not seen Marty on our shows, he is the president and CEO of the Greater Hyannis Chamber. And so many great things that you do in the Hyannis area. I feel like there's this weekend, especially, you're away and the entire world is out there doing stuff. So what's happening?
Well, tomorrow we have Love with Local on the Village Green in Hyannis. We have the stroll going on from 11 to 3. We have the boat parade going on at 4 o'clock. Just a few things going on.
Just a couple of things. Meanwhile, Marty's working on his karaoke shtick tonight in Aruba.
My Sinatra Summer Wind version comes out again. Oh, well.
Is that what it is?
Though. It is a summer wind, yeah. I'll do that.
Well, talk to me about your getaway because you seemingly go to Aruba. It is your place.
Well, years ago, I was the concierge in Boston, and the general manager at the hotel in Boston, the World Trade Center in Boston, relocated down here. And I connected with him on LinkedIn, of all things. And he said, why don't you come down? And I've been down here in 20 plus years. And we connected. And I connected with the Aruba Chamber a little bit. And, it's been a great getaway. Again, consistent weather. Every day is 88, 82, tropical breezes. But, some people, like you have someone on last week on cruises. Some people like to travel and visit different places. Some people like myself are beach people or just, visit different restaurants, casinos, bars, of course. Interesting bar life here because people from all over the world. I've had a couple next to me this morning were from Russia. You'll meet Africa, all over the world, which is cool because they're escaping their cold weather too. So
right, exactly.
Some are even more extreme weather. Canadians are really like schwitzing out the first few days here because they're really not used to this 88-degree weather ever, really.
Yeah.
So.
Good morning, Chris. Thanks for joining us on the show. Matt Pitta, is he wearing pants or a bathing suit? Pitta wants to know.
Bathing suit.
Why would you bother to wear pants? It's Aruba. That's where you're supposed to be. Meanwhile, it even like looks cold. When you look out the window and you're like, it looks cold.
Let me put a tropical scene there. Last year I did go into an event with a sport coat. There's a higher, it's a reception. I'm like, what am I doing wearing this thing? So it's just casual, comfortable.
Mr. Fancy Pants. And you know what? That is something that we don't have here on the Cape anymore. Is kind of like that bar life, that beach bum culture. It is closed for the season.
Yeah.
It definitely is. So you had to go to greener pastures, if you will, to go get that. Talk to me about some of the people that you've met over there. A lot of Massachusetts, I heard.
Oh my goodness. I'd say probably, I'm guessing 40% down here now.
Really?
Yeah. So what's interesting is also, since I've taken this job, I've had people come up to me, hey, Marty Brumell, how are you? I'm like, I have no idea who you are. They know who I am, so I have to behave. Not that I don't behave stuff.
I'm like, do you though?
Well,
we are human beings, contrary to
when the red
popular
light
belief.
goes on, it's the radio. When the red light goes on down here, it's a different world, right?
I've never seen it for myself, Marty, so I'm gonna have to take your word for it. I'm over here today. It is getting ready for a very busy weekend here on the Cape. Absolutely every town has their stroll, their caroling, their tree lighting, their outdoors activities, and today kicks it all off for me. We've got our fire chief who's retiring, and we're honoring a hometown hero. So I'm going to be over at the fire station today early. And then this afternoon, a bunch of meetings. And then we've got Christmas parties galore. I've got 5 DJs out there, including one of our teenagers out there DJing a PTO dance. So it is like full on party season. So I do just want to stress to everybody while you're out there on the roads, take it slow, take it safe. If you think there might be a question, please call for an Uber or a ride or somebody else. This is the time of year I get so nervous because everybody's outside and it's dark at 4 p.m.
Yeah. I have golf cart service if need be.
All right, Marty.
So the DJ last night was playing Christmas songs. All of a sudden, Brick House and the Commodores come in, and then Sweet Caroline. It's quite a mix. Demos are everywhere.
That sounds like a party I want to be involved in. Yeah, right? What is it like to be a resort DJ in Aruba? You got to mix it all in.
Oh, my God. I'm going to see if I can grab a video clip later and send it to you.
Please do. I want to feel included.
Very interesting. It's very interesting.
I have such FOMO. There's fun over there?
I'm sorry?
I said I have such FOMO. There's fun over there. I want to be involved.
The birds are dancing in front of me here. This one DJ ends his show with the Bugs Bunny, That's All, Folks. And it echoes through the resort. I'm like, what am I listening to here?
It's a shtick.
It's a shtick with a heavy accent. It's also funny.
What was your DJ shtick when you were on the radio, Marty?
I was back in the day with a format called Middle of the Road, which is back then was 60s, 70s, 80s. 80s was new. So it's more of a, I don't know, I can't think of the format, but more of a soft
I love the
format.
fact that it was so riveting as to call it Middle of the Road radio.
Middle of the Road, MOR format, yes.
That is terrible.
Yes. Now it's adult contemporary soft rock, I think.
That's it. We've got, I want to make mention of all of our friends that are watching and maybe might not be living nearby. We do have our 12 days of Christmas auction that is happening for the Mashpee Chamber and tons of great gift cards, lots of experiences and fun other things. So if you're looking for the gift and you're like, I don't know what we've got going on, take a browse through. We've been adding new items absolutely every single day from our local businesses and some really cool things that you can get for a decent price right now. Got to make mention of it, Marty, because it's going on right now.
I applaud you since you've taken the position. I've seen, the social media aspect of things too. And also for the Highness Chamber social media pages too, there's a lot of content. You can't send everything out in a newsletter. There's too many changes.
No, that's it. I felt really bad. Susie sent out our newsletter and I was like, Susie, you did your best. There's so many things out there. And I laughed. Somebody was like, how's the job going? And I said, it's kind of like being thrown into somebody else's closet. You don't know if anything fits. You don't know where anything is. And you just got to get dressed. And that's where I'm at. I wrapped myself in a scarf, Marty, and I'm out here working.
So the breaking news is Stephanie's out of the closet, the chamber world. It's all good, right? Yes. It's all good.
It's there. It's happening.
Yeah,
we're doing
right.
it. What's up, Jen, Victoria? I stopped on by Cape Space last night. They had one of those sip-in shops that I did in between all of my other works. And I get to see a lot of great faces and some entrepreneurs out there. And everybody's like really into this season right now. And I'm excited for it. It seems like most people are pretty holly jolly right now. Few Grinches out there. They're out there, but there's very few.
The Sip and Shop is also happening in Hyannis on Main Street tonight. Should have neglected to mention that. So thank you for the reminder, Stephanie. Appreciate
Absolutely. There are so many things. Our friend Chrissy in Sandwich has got her caroling event, and Ruth was like letting me know about it. I'm like, Ruth, we got a lot on our plate.
It's a buffet table.
It really is.
Beyond that.
Well, and we've got a lot of outdoor stuff. So make sure that you dress warmly. Pack, I don't even know what you got to do. Do layers, everybody, because we've got Salty Witch happening. We've got Love Live Local, and we've got our Christmas markets. There is stuff going on absolutely everywhere this weekend, which is, I think, why we moved our Mashpee Christmas parade to next weekend. Our boys didn't win, Marty. We tried our best over at Gillette Stadium, but they didn't come home with a W, and that's okay, too.
Well, I did notice after the Patriots, there's always some Jack Daniels afterwards, especially after the last game. So down here, they broadcast these on a 60-foot screen, and the tone all of a sudden, I can't use the choice language that was involved afterwards. But
well, we're not going to lose this weekend, right? For the Patriots.
I refrain from commenting.
It's a bye week. We don't play.
Okay.
So we can't lose.
Stephanie, this morning, I don't even know what day it was. That's a good thing when you're away, right?
That's what I was going to say, Marty. That is the best time to be on vacation, is when you have no idea whether you're coming or going, or if you are that you're truly enjoying your vacation.
Well, two of my chamber board members are down here also. So I'm meeting with one last night and meeting with someone else in a couple of days.
You're not supposed to work on vacation, Marty, or is this now a retreat? Is this a work vacation
it's
now?
Remotely. I can't not. There's too much going on. I spend about half hour a day, depends.
Does anybody else have a job out there where you just can't not work?
No. Well, depends on the job, I guess. But here, it's so tourism, it's all tourism. So, and another big resort's opening up here. So much money is involved down here.
Yeah.
What I have done though is charge any person coming to the country a $20 sustainability fee to make sure their environmental programs are in place. This year I see no straws, all plastic, no bottle water. You get this for water.
I'm not mad about that.
About 3 liters of water a day I'm drinking down here because it's so warm.
You know what? I like the fact that they're charging a sustainability fee.
Yeah.
You should be accountable for your slop. I'm so sick of sloppy pigs.
They're very good here with that. Very, very commendable. Again, it's a small island, and there's not much for to take. I mean, once you have a problem, you have a problem. So
yeah, I have no frame of reference because I've never been there. It's just been on my list, but I've been a shiny object traveler. What's that? That's a good deal. We'll go there. That sounds great. Okay.
But your last trip was great too. I enjoyed following you there. You took different cultures, foods. You behaved yourself temporarily, so it's good.
Well, we have the kids. It's a different kind of vacation.
Mhm.
The big one, at any rate. The last time I was in Nashville, I was very well behaved. We were there for a very brief amount of time, but it was also the time change. And then I was so just tired. I went to bed at like 8 p.m. every single night. I'm like, I've been there, done that, seen all of this. We're good.
The only good that, well, the time, we're 1 hour ahead here. So we have our 6:15, 6:20 sunsets, which are amazing, by the way.
Oh,
So, but I had to think about, wait a minute, I'm logging in. I'm like, it's too early for Stephanie. So let me check again. So
I was down here nice and early. I just had I guess we had a power surge yesterday, and so none of my equipment was on. So you know when you have to like restart everything from scratch, and you're like, oh my
right.
god, why are you taking so long? Meanwhile, do you remember when we began using technology and it took all day to just boot something up? It's very different.
Well, before you and I got on air, we had like 3 different versions here.
Oh no, now I lost
Back and
you
forth.
again.
You lost me
There
now?
he is. He's
Okay,
back.
I'm back.
Amy Hill says hello. Hello, Denise. Good morning, and thanks for joining us. Marty's over there in Aruba, taunting us all with the birds and the beautiful
Taunting.
weather. And
Well, they have these sugar birds that come in. If you're not careful, they'll take a sip of your drink.
do you feel weird about that? I mean,
They're not drinking my gin. They don't care for that. There's no sugar in that drink. So they'll pass out drunk.
so Matt Pitta was lying when he said you like the fruity drinks.
Within limits. Within limits. I was going to mention to you here. Interesting, folks, as far as the dress code is also interesting.
Well, I want to hear it. Are we topless in some areas?
Let's just say certain people do not need to wear certain revealing suits.
Why
How's
is
that?
it always the people that you don't want to see nude want to be nude?
But I do go for my walk in the morning here, and there's other people, like there was just a yoga thing going on behind me, which I had to move because that would be interesting having that in the background.
Put it in the
No,
background, Marty. We need some entertainment here.
some of these people would not want to be on broadcast, let's say, or you don't want them on broadcast. Let's put it that way. But
We want everybody. We take all kinds, Marty.
exactly, the bar doesn't open till 11. They won't serve till 11. There's 5 people lined up already. Like, please, can I have a drink? No. Go to the gift shop. But yeah,
He's like, I'll give you
like I said,
coffee.
exactly. Oh, copious amounts of coffee. They actually put an espresso machine in my room, so if that's a hint.
Look at you, fancy pants.
Well, you know, I think if they follow me on social media enough.
Our question of the day today, since I had a car guy on with me, I figured I would ask if you could drive any car, what car would it be, regardless of monetary situations? No holds barred. You have all the money in the world. What kind of car would you drive, Marty?
Well, for 32 years, I owned a valet parking business, and one of the nicest cars I ever drove myself was a Bentley.
Oh,
And this gentleman was flown over to London to be fit for his car seat.
really?
They flew him over for his $250,000 car. And I'll never forget parking his car, driving it, and it was like a luxurious lounge chair, lazy boy. It was amazing. To have
All right.
that kind of money.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I don't know. I've never been a car gal, so I don't know. I want one that works that I never have to service. What car is that? Unfortunately, none.
Well, you've got all kinds of cars, especially the yellow bug. It's not a bug, I should say. It's a mobile facility.
That is a barge, my friend. A barge. Matt said he'd love to continue watching you, Marty, but he's got to go scrape ice off of his windshield.
I'm sorry. I have to scrape ice off of my drink, this condensation.
That sounds like a lot of
Is that a
bitter
problem?
right there.
Well, you know, it's this, you know, I'm shedding tears.
I know.
Maybe.
You're allowed your vacation, Marty. Amy says a 2025 Porsche 911 Carrera T. Look at you. Very specific. What's up, Lauren? Larry, thanks for joining us on the show. Marty's from Aruba, and I'm just sitting here in cold Cape Cod. Like, oh.
Do I hear the Smokey Robinson Tears of a Clown song?
That's me. Yes, I am the clown. In fact, that is crying for sure.
Sorry.
Sorry. What else do you got for the weekend? How long are you there for, by the way?
2 weeks.
Oh,
Oi. Yeah. So I have to do a newsletter Monday. It's going to be very difficult, but I'll do it.
Well, that's it. If it's going to be a working vacation, you can get your time in.
Oh, I plan it in the morning. You'll check. I check and post things during the day. I try to stay away from the news world, though. I don't want to know some things.
Yeah, it's not been particularly wonderful right now, and I've also been trying to avoid all of that as well. When I look at it, I'm like, ooh, that's bad. Like, I feel like that's most everybody now. We're like, ugh, let's not look at it. Holiday, give me a wreath.
The election thing here surprised me about no alcohol service. Because one of the taxi drivers, we interviewed him last night. We asked him some questions, and basically he was saying they don't want people to get upset. I'm like, you don't know what's going on in the.
Like, there is no way that you guys could possibly understand what being upset would be like. I don't know what's happening in Aruba, but it can't be the crazy that is happening here in the United States. It just can't be.
No, there is some nervousness in the sense that, as far as if we have, inflationary issues, people will be able to travel here is one thing. And another consideration is, I would say 98% of everything that's used here is imported. So food costs, shipping costs, fuel costs, things like that are something to consider.
Yeah, that's definitely an effect of an island life right there. Good morning, Jackie, Tom. Cindy's got her car, and that's what Jared wants, the 911 Carrera. Oh, apparently this is popular. Victoria wants a 1969 Camaro, huh?
Does it have to be able to drive in snow? Sorry, in the wintertime?
Shut your mouth. Don't say the S word. We got a little bit of flakes when we were at Gillette, just a little bit. And off Cape, yeah, they were talking snow days. My son got his permit yesterday.
Oh boy.
Watch out, world.
Is that where you got those little noodles on the side of the car?
Yeah, right. If you see the Lemonadio vehicle, it now has pool noodles all around it. My son's learning to bark. Sorry. No, this will be my last one that I get to go driving. I think he'll have his license before my daughter. Dawn is taunting us from the West Coast now with 70 degrees all week long here.
I'm not going to brag about the weather. I did already once.
And Logan's taking his driving test right now. Good luck.
Every day is 84. But I was a driving instructor also for a short time. That didn't last long.
Marty, can we talk about the amount of hats you've worn in your lifetime and how many interesting places you found yourself to now be at the helm of the Greater Hyannis Chamber?
It gives me a lot of experience, doesn't it, for small business or non-business?
I've enjoyed
a lot of things over life.
Yeah, right?
Every 5 or so years, if I get bored, I try something different.
Well, I feel like doing that no thank you taste, that work experience, the breadth of work that we've put in has prepped us for all of the things that we deal with on a daily basis. Because I think most people don't know what the chamber life entails. I didn't even know all of the amount of stuff until I walked in the door, and I'm like, what?
We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. You have 5 items on your list. If you get 2 or 3 done, you're lucky, because the deviations from your to-do list are so intense every day. Before I left, I had a tourist call and spent about 30 minutes talking. And it's an older gentleman. He's talking about the 35 years ago he was here, and you don't want to hang up on him. But I'm like, but I enjoy that too. It's one of the jobs I enjoy, as well as the bus tours when they come into town. It's just great. You meet a lot of interesting people.
Yeah, it definitely is. It was one of those things where I was like trying to write a letter to some of our members just to introduce myself and to talk about some of the things that I plan to do and some of the things that we're working on. And then I was like, I'm getting phone calls of, what is the law for signage? I want to open up my business over here. What is this? Is this open? Are they serving Thanksgiving dinner? And I'm just like, oh my God, I didn't realize that we are truly the hub for what is happening in town, that people come to us for pretty much absolutely anything. We're the direction giver, the new AAA, you name it, we're that person to give directions to. So that was definitely something that I think people forget. That I think people didn't realize that the Mashpee Chamber helps out with the lights at the Rotary and some of the things that they don't put together or give us credit for or realize that we're involved in. So that's been eye-opening.
My first summer, someone called for dinner reservations. I said, "When do I join you?" That kind of concierge. What's my stipend out of this?
All right.
Can
I
you
also
call
take
through
tips.
Yes.
Leave 10% in the little box, please. Thank you.
We can have a tip button on our website, Stephanie. What do you think? Venmo link.
Yeah, we're gonna get tips of things we don't want to hear about, Marty. That'll be the complaint jar. It'll be full of. Amy says maybe if you went bird watching, you could find a bird older than a 74 laying an egg. I don't know what that's about, but that sounds like an inside joke to me right there.
There's birds everywhere. And iguanas everywhere.
So tell me, what are the main attractions in Aruba? If you're going to sell me Aruba, besides the weather and the beach bumming.
The casinos, the shops, the jewelry, some of the interesting spots. There's a bird sanctuary here, if you're into that stuff.
Oh.
I went to last year. There's a butterfly farm here. Little things you wouldn't think would be interesting, and I certainly didn't think I'd be interested, but it was amazing.
The thought of Marty at a butterfly farm just sitting there having a day kind of makes me laugh.
There, strolling around, and there was not coffee in my hand, but
it makes the butterflies prettier.
But well, the butterflies like the sweet drinks, so they may land on your cup and be photogenic, so to speak.
That's kind of fun. I like that for the Instagrammable moment. Got to have one on every vacation, or it didn't count. If you didn't take a picture, you didn't go on vacation.
That's the key word after a couple of drinks. If you can say Instagrammable, that's really good. You're not going to fumble
it's a new
that
word.
Right? Yes, Instagrammable. I don't know. I said it twice. It is okay. I'm sitting in front at a bar here, so I'm looking at all these potential beverages for later. But
yeah, that's kind of a tease. Who sits at a bar when you can't have a drink until 11?
Let's just say perhaps you plan that the night before and you have some back to you in your fridge in your room.
I see now. Perfect.
It has been known to load up. They did give you a couple of these to load up with, so not
You've
just
got
water.
Behave yourself, Marty. It's election day.
Always. Well, I'm not a citizen here, so I'm a patriot visiting.
That's it. It's perfect.
But, so what's the biggest surprise that you've had in the chamber job so far?
That is a loaded question.
A, B, C, D, E?
So many things. No, I just didn't realize the amount of traffic. I think it's great that I'm now at the office all the time, but also the amount of stuff that I can't get done. I've got big plans every single morning. Like you said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to tackle this. But, a lot of it is just interacting with people and answering questions, solving problems. And then I get nothing accomplished. And I'm like, that was great. I had a wonderful day of doing nothing.
My biggest thing was I had to investigate, learn some things I didn't know. You got to do some research. And that takes, there's no just one answer sometimes.
Right.
And we talked about that earlier briefly, too. You mentioned that. So,
well, I went to my first town meeting. I had never done one of those before. So it's definitely a different setting. I know everybody thinks like when you're in radio that you're good in front of crowds or you're good on that stage. And they are all very different areas. And, town meeting, I felt like this is serious. We have to be serious here. And I can't be my regular personable self. And I'm just like, what one word answers?
I heard you did it. You actually stood up and said objection. That's the wrong protocol. Don't do that again.
I'll try not to.
No, it was really tourism brand objection.
I've got to give a shout out to Carol Sherman, who is really, really sweet about it. And she was just like, and then what? And then we did what? Yep. Very much holding my hand through this town meeting because I was nervous and I had never done anything like that before. And it was just basically me introducing myself and to the town and just saying, hey, I'm here. And if you need me, I'm here. But it was very.
The sunglasses probably a little imposing, Stephanie, though. So just.
It was not my space, Marty. It was awkward.
It's different. It definitely is different.
For sure. What's up, Kristen? Thanks for joining us on the show. We have so many activities. If you're looking for stuff to do, look no further. Head on over to Events on Cape Cod. That is our Facebook group. We've got almost 10,000 people there, and people are sharing things from concerts, strolls. You just have to ask what town, and people will dump a whole bunch of stuff for you to do on it.
Which is great, too, because there are a lot of small groups or even...
Oh, we lost Marty.
Lost Marty.
No, you're there.
I'm back.
He's back, but no, without like visual. We have the weirdest. Yeah, we have the weirdest signal going on from Aruba right now, and we're taking it with a grain of salt a little bit. But you're here.
I'm here. I have this thing on my phone that says 3G. That doesn't help.
Amy just sent me an odd, weird news story about a German man drinking a liter of lemon juice, lime juice to reclaim the world record. Maybe this is something you can do this morning.
No.
Fun fact about me, and I've talked about this before, I want to be in the Guinness Book of World Records for something. I don't know what it is, but one of these days, mark my words, Marty, I will find my Guinness Book of World Record, and I will break it.
Hula hoop?
God, no, I can't even do it for 1 second.
There was a contest here the other day about that. To see this grandmother do this, and she did pretty good for a while.
I am so impressed.
She almost had a wardrobe malfunction issue, so I had to stop that.
Yeah, no, my body doesn't move that way. There's some, like there's no motion in the ocean there for me. It's just hula hoop is not for me.
But tequila does that. That helps.
Even if tequila, I think that I'm hula hooping, but it's physically not moving around my body. That's different.
Well, for me, it's like being Shrek on the dance floor. So you can imagine that. So
Cindy, you made me absolutely laugh. She said, world record for the longest DJ gig. Girl, if you want to go for it, I will support you. I will videotape. I will take naps in between. But she's actually DJing a party for our group tonight. And it's for an orthopedic group. And she said, I'm going to make those orthos dance so long that they're going to check my feet to see what I'm doing right. And she just makes me laugh.
We talked about this one time, too, being on the air years ago when programs weren't tracked. You were live on air playing music. We'd find the longest songs to do bathroom breaks, like Hotel California was popular.
Oh, 100%.
Like I think it was 6 minutes, 34 seconds, something like that. So we just... Or I think it was Boogie Oogie Oogie too. The Taste of Honey. It was a long version of that too. The disco.
The 7.5 minute version. Absolutely. Yeah. Back in my radio days of reel to reel, I didn't have that luxury, Marty.
Reel to reel, and those cuts.
Right. Nice. It was a blues show. It was Mason Dixon was the man's name that I was doing the show for in South Carolina, and he's the blues show, and he's like, I'm gonna run outside and take a smoke break, just replay that last 7 minutes. And I was like, what? Wait, what?
What kind of a smoke break?
I didn't ask. Lord knows. Mason did what Mason wanted to do, and we did not ask questions over there. So we've got an interesting situation happening with our holiday season this year. Hanukkah overlaps with Christmas, and the countdown has begun. I think people are just out there early shopping. Wednesday, December 25th is it begins after sundown. So we're just going to have a continuously long, crazy season that I think people started early shopping. And then this week has been really quiet. I noticed a lot of business owners were wondering what's going on. It was so quiet this week. And I said, Thanksgiving was so late that people shopped the week before and then shopped the week of. This week was kind of like that weird lull where nobody really knew what to do with themselves. And I feel like it's going to come back this weekend and then be crazy for the rest of the season.
People start panicking soon.
It is.
The records. Plus, we have our parties and events coming up, and then we realize it's really happening soon.
Yeah. So don't panic if you're a business owner out there wondering what the lull is this week and you're like, this is really weird and unseasonable. I think it was just that people took that extra week before Thanksgiving and started getting prematurely festive. And now they're like, oh, God, we got to slow down. We got a full month of this.
That could be a medical diagnosis, prematurely festive.
Story of my life, Marty. I'm always ready for the party, and then when the party happens, I'm like, I'm tired.
That's what that backup cooler is for then. I see. You're on call. Roadies to go.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're allowed to now in Massachusetts, aren't we?
Yes, I guess. In this country, a lot of things are involved. It's the Netherlands, Dutch Antilles here. So, well, the cannabis issue, there's no issue.
Oh, that's right.
Smoking is smoking cigarettes at bars allowed also, but they're not. They're trying to get people away from that so they don't have ashtrays. So
yeah, right. It's gross, and then it's blowing in the wind.
Yeah, the only things I've had some issues with are people with the cigars. I don't mind cigar smokers, but if you're around people eating,
yeah,
just don't.
Yeah, it tends to linger.
Some do, most do. So.
Yeah, for sure. So the color of the year has been released. Did you see what it was?
I did not.
It's just brown. They're calling it mocha mousse, but it's brown.
Did I lose you again?
No, I'm here. You're still here.
Okay.
You might just not be able to hear me in fits and starts just because our internet stinks.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's brightening behind you, and I'm getting more jealous by the moment. You can start to see the clouds. You're brighter, so I'm like, oh, great, the sun's coming up.
It's there are a lot of dogs and cats around. They're roaming about free all the time.
Really?
Yes. There's a couple cats here. We sort of adopt them when we get here. They eat very well. Anchovies, shrimp. People go to the buffet and get food for the cats and dogs.
I'm good. In my next life, I would like to be a dog on Aruba. Thank you very much.
There are organizations here where you can adopt a puppy and bring them over to.
I think a couple of my girlfriends actually facilitate some of those adoptions. Just because these are my friends and we're all a little bit crazy in the things that we do. But I think I have two girlfriends that do exactly that: adopt pets from Aruba and some of the other neighboring islands and bring them home.
It would be so tough if I brought a dog back with me and have to give him up after 4.5 hours holding the pup.
Why?
I love pets, so I'm unfortunately I will not be able to have a dog because I'm not home enough either. But
I know it's not fair to them because we work so much. I know.
The iguanas are interesting.
That's why we help other people adopt the dogs, Marty.
Yes. The iguanas are interesting because they'll be all of a sudden you look up next to you and there's one next to you at the bar.
Seriously?
Not that long. They're everywhere.
Oh, I definitely have to check this out because it seems like a place that I would want to be and probably never leave.
If I had unlimited funds, possibly. I would miss the seasons, though.
I do miss the season, but you know what? It got cold here. It got cold really fast, and I'm kind of really over it. I was complaining already yesterday, and that's not normally me.
My second year here was our first full year of, unfortunately, having COVID in the world, so they couldn't get Christmas trees. So they used the car air fresheners to put them on cactus in their homes to get the Christmas.
I just want the smell of Christmas.
It was $300-400 a tree to import it here. So back then, they just now the artificial trees. Artificial trees are expensive too.
That's kind of funny. It already looks like there's party things happening out there. I just want to sit and be a fly on the wall. Well, you're going to have to call me later and take me to some parties with you. Cindy, did you just say iguanas are delicious? We need to talk, lady.
No. They're everywhere. Not the delicious. Oh, my goodness.
The cold stunned ones.
I suppose that's someone would want that. Not me. But they're everywhere. Some as big as your finger, as long as your finger. Some as long as your arm.
I don't like that.
Do
they get in the house? Do they get inside? Okay.
No, they're pretty cool as far as they scatter. They see you when they go. Well, you don't leave your door open. You need the AC on all the time for condensation. Otherwise, you'll have major issues here with the humidity. I mean, usually on Cape Cod, we call a very high dew point of 72, 73. Yesterday, not to get into meteorological stuff here, we were 79.
Oh, look at you, fancy weather pants.
79, 80 dew point here. It was like sponge weather. So you don't want the doors open.
Okay, interesting. Well, I'm looking forward to a vacation. If you want to cruise with Lemonadio, I am very much looking forward to that, but it's not until April. If you are looking to gift the person in your life something that they have absolutely everything, this might be a fun thing. This is an adult only cruise. So I've never done one of these before. Apparently, there is a little bit more risque entertainment, if you will.
So cell phones left at the entrance to the lounge?
It seemingly is like my friend Lisa was sharing a little bit too much with me, and I was like, I don't know, they might out party me, Marty, and I'm okay with that.
There was one bar I went to last year that had a limbo contest. Let's just say there were many wardrobe malfunctions as the adult theme was getting more into the night, let's say. But
Oh my God. With limbo, I just lay on the
how's that
ground,
being
move
as
the
third
stick
person as
over
I
me.
can without being descriptive?
Yeah, it was very PG, Marty, of you. Thank you for sharing that
It's the
moment.
Lido shuffle you don't want to see.
Perfect. I got a lot of town activities I got to get to today. So wrap it up with your final thoughts and go enjoy your vacation because I'm very jealous.
We can maybe do a chamber trip, arrange something one of these days.
Yes,
But anyway,
please.
so all through the Cape, there's so many strolls, events going on. Um, patronize local. The biggest thing also this year. I know Love Live Local. If you can't make the festival on tomorrow, you can shop online too. And also local businesses too. If you can't get out there, shop online. Gift certificates are great too. But shop
They
local as
always
much as
fit.
possible. My words
I
of
know.
wisdom to leave this broadcast.
Thank you very much, Marty. I appreciate you so much. You can go and
Thank you.
wait your
Same here,
time
Stephanie.
out.
Appreciate it.
Get ready and go do some fun karaoke with me tonight. And I better see some fun choice videos later.
Fun choice. Define choice.
Your selection, Marty. It's up to you.
Yeah, well, my reputation too. But anyway.
I will not share him a vault. It's a lie.
Thank you.
Have a great day, everybody. Hank is coming up with lunch break, and we've got all of our activities on our website, eventsoncape.com. Lemonadio.com is our website, and we thank you very much. You can listen anywhere you are in the world. Roku TV and Alexa play Lemonadio Radio. Marty, we're going to let him get back to his vacation. Have a great day, everyone, and stay warm out there this weekend. Go shop local. Have a good one.
Take care.